So Rumi took off early the next morning to go get breakfast supplies. She was gone for a long while, and she didn't have data on her phone, so we had no way to call her. But eventually she showed up, laden with breakfast supplies, and she made us a huge breakfast.
I hope she'll be okay.
Because the Vulcan Mother was in such an awkward spot, I had trouble getting her out in the morning. And this dude came around and helped me get her out. He's the owner of this shoe store that we saw last night across the street. He told me his name, but I don't recall now. If anybody's ever in that neighborhood, I'm showing you the address down there. Please tell him I said thanks and show him the video.
The first order of business for the day was to go get the seat belts replaced because it was getting dangerous. The owner of the Oompa Loompa directed us to a store, but we couldn't find it. After going around in circles, we found another store where these two young dudes replaced the belts for us. And within minutes of getting out of Bursa, we were rolling into the vast plains of west central Turkey. Mind expanding, no other way to describe it.
The temperature rose rapidly and it got hot very quickly. So when Rumi wanted to stop to buy some fruit from a roadside fruit stall, I was only too happy to get a bit of a break and drink some water. This is a roadside stop in Turkey.
Amazing. I haven't spoken in days into the camera to talk about what's going on. Today is the 20th, so I arrived in Rome on the 4th, so it's 16 days gone. But we're on track now. I mean, we're back on track. I met my siblings a day late. Sorry, I'm tired. It's we haven't gone very long, but it's still quite tiring. I'm very worried. The shipping company has just been a nightmare. I don't know whether I can trust them to get the bike back in one piece and just be honest about what they're doing. So I'm gonna give them a call and see what happens. The trip's been very, very challenging. The one issue that we were having is that the Oompa Loompa we found was not really not the best for sleeping, so we stopped to consult.
You know what? I think I can sleep in here.
We can save money on one hotel room.
Totally one, this is like one.
No, we can leave the...
Or for Rumi, you want to stretch your legs.
I will be able to. That's what I'm trying to say. If I sleep crossways, if I sleep across, I'll be fine. Yeah, but Rumi shut me down.
Well, we found a hotel and we're going to try and see if the valet can come and pick up the truck so that Deep doesn't have to struggle getting into wherever it's going. And
while Ken was getting the valet organized, this older gentleman and his assistant came out of their shop to chat with us. He's a locksmith. They brought out chairs for us to sit down right in the street. And as usual, within minutes, someone also materialized with a tray full of small cups of chai with sugar cubes on the side. The young receptionist at the hotel made a mistake, and we ended up paying more than we'd been originally quoted. But it was fine. It wasn't outrageous. The hotel was nice. It was right next to the lively town square. And it had a cool exterior glass elevator.
it's day, I don't know, this is the 21st of May. We're in a town called Polatli, 4 hours away from Cappadocia. So we'll be there by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're ready to go. Almost. Still have to load up the truck, but there's not much to do. Just throw a few things and we're ready to go. Mama's almost ready. And here's the Oompa Loompa. This is the hotel. There's the crew, almost ready. This is the camper van. The Oompa Loompa. Yeah. Okay. This is the town square. It's very lively till late at night, so we're off to go.
After a hearty complimentary breakfast and a few obligatory photographs with Ataturk statue in the square, we hit the road towards Cappadocia. Ken and I had been talking about him having a go on the Vulcan Mother. He grew up around motorcycles and has been riding since he was an early teen. I was confident he could handle a Vulcan Mother. So back on the highway, I kept an eye out for an ideal spot where he could go for a ride. And not too long after, I saw a nice side road and pulled in there.
feel the weight, you feel the thump and everything. But
Is it in neutral?
I don't know how to hit the neutral.
So go down, down, down. Or बस और नहीं जाएगा.
नहीं, और तो नहीं.
Now try and go back up one. And then watch. There you go. Off this side and then.
Come off and use the machine.
Get off to your left. Dismount to your left. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're in Cappadocia. Can't see any ferry towers or anything from here. We're in a village. I'm not quite sure what the name of this village is. But we're here, and there's the Oompa Loompa, and there's the Vulcan Mother, safely tucked away for the night. I'm so happy she's finally in a covered space and a secluded space off the street. I hated leaving her on the street, but I've had no choice in a couple of instances to do that. And we're here. It's a beautiful little spot, secluded little spot. We have the whole apartment to ourselves. Let me show you. So here's one room with 3 beds. Here's a second bedroom. We have a washroom here. Washer. I don't see a dryer, but we'll figure that part out later. Here's another washroom. We have the kitchen, dining table, fridge. We've already made a bit of a mess of it, but okay. This is fantastic. This is great. We're going to be comfortable here for a couple of days. Tomorrow's a rest day. Hopefully in the morning when we go for the balloon ride, maybe tomorrow. If not, we'll go day after, and that will be fine too. In fact, day after might be better, because then we'll just be ready and we can just boot it to Ankara. We made it to Cappadocia. Talk to you later.